Power isn't given, it's claimed, relentlessly and unapologetically. Imagine moving through life with the unshakable belief that you are the best, that no one else even comes close. Machiavelli's psychology teaches us this isn't arrogance, it's strategy. Power is a game won not by waiting, but by acting as if victory is already yours. Today we dive deep into the mindset that separates leaders from followers, kings from subjects. Ready to rewrite the rules? Then step in and learn how to command the world simply by owning your power like the best, because you are. You've met a man like this before. He walks in, not loud, not desperate for eyes, yet all eyes find him. He's no showman, no grand gestures. Still, the whole room shifts. He scans the space, calm, anchored, as if the air parts to grant him passage. On paper, he's no king, no rank, no throne. Yet for that moment, you'd swear he commands one. His presence tells the room what his mouth never has to. And you sit there, silent, asking yourself, how? Why does everyone lean in, treat him like he matters, even though he's done nothing? Here's the part that stings. He's not better than you, not sharper, not harder, not more worthy. He just does what you don't. He acts like no one's above him, and the world bows to that act. You were taught to wait your turn, be humble, let your work speak. But the world doesn't wait. It doesn't read your resume first. It reads your shoulders, your spine, your eyes. It listens for doubt in your voice. Before it listens for genius in your words, it decides what you're worth before you speak. If your presence whispers, "I'm unsure," then they'll treat you like a ghost, no matter the gold you hide inside. That's why act as if you're the best ain't fluff, it's armor, it's survival. Power doesn't crown you first, then grant you permission to stand tall. You stand tall, and power steps aside. This is theater, maybe, but theater ain't false. Theater is truth in motion, intent made flesh. When an actor steps on stage, they're not lying, they're summoning belief. Same rules here. In this theater called life, hesitate, and you're the backdrop. No one applauds the backdrop, no matter how brilliant its hidden color, skill. The world doesn't pay for skill alone, it pays for certainty. A man who strides in like he knows, they'll follow him, even when he's wrong. A man who stalls, they'll forget him, even when he's right. People trail the spark, the thunder, the force. Confidence ain't your trophy for winning. It's the blade you carry before you swing. It's not what you earn at the finish line. It's what drags you to it. Think back, how many doors did you let stay shut because you told yourself, "I'm not ready"? How many moments did you watch slip by because you didn't stand like you belonged? Think of every time you wanted to speak, but swallowed the words because you doubted you had the right. Think of every night you outworked every name in the room, yet watched someone else claim the prize while you sat there waiting for permission that never came. This world, it doesn't hand out permission slips. It hands out crowns to those who walk in like they already own the throne. That's why the top ain't crowded with the most gifted. It's crowded with the most convincing. They stride like the earth owes him tribute. They speak like their breath shapes law. They carry themselves like the crowns on their head, long before anyone sees it. And in time, the world does see it. Not magic, repetition. Showing up day after day after day, carving the man you say you are into stone, till the world stops doubting and just believes. You say, "But I'm not that confident yet." Good, you don't need to be. You need to act like you are, not to fool the world, but to train yourself. This ain't pretending, this is becoming. You're the sculptor, your presence is the marble. Every handshake, every entrance, every word you choose, every silence you hold, it's all the chisel. And the signal you send, it ain't neutral, It pulls people in, or shoves them out. It declares, "I belong," or begs, "Please overlook me." People don't dig for your hidden gold. They judge what's on the surface. Posture, tone, eye contact, pace, stance, certainty. Not because they're cruel, because that's human nature. We're wired for cues, not confessions. So no, this ain't arrogance. It's assumption. If you assume you hold power, you'll stand like it, talk like it, move like it, and the world mirrors it back. Assume you're invisible, that you gotta earn your right to breathe, that everyone's above you, and you'll shrink till the world can't see you. You'll wait, you'll hesitate, you'll apologize for every inch you occupy, and life will echo it back. Remember this. You don't just exist in the world, you broadcast into it, and the world answers the broadcast. Not your truth, not your buried brilliance, just the signal. So stand like you're the best, not to push others down, but to lift yourself up to where you always should have been. Power ain't handed down like charity. It's claimed, and the one bold enough to claim it, keeps it. Ever wonder why some folks, empty pockets of value, still steal every glance in the room? They breeze into a meeting, toss out a few half-formed thoughts, yet heads nod, pens scribble. Everyone leans in like they've heard gospel. Meanwhile, you, the one who stayed up all night, charted every angle, crafted the solution like a masterpiece. You speak, and your words drop dead before they touch the floor. It ain't your mind that's lacking. It ain't your effort. It's the signal you broadcast the moment you step in, or before you even open your mouth. This world, it doesn't trail competence. It trails certainty. People ache for an anchor, something, someone that stands so firm they can lean on it. So when you walk like you're sure, speak like doubt's a foreign tongue, you become that anchor, even if you ain't flawless. That's the trick. Confidence ain't the trophy you win after the battle. It's the sword you carry into it. If you want to lead, you can't wait till you feel ready. You'll never feel ready. None of them do. The ones who rise, they choose to stand like they're prepared, even while the fear chews holes in their gut. It's the lie that turns real, the mask that fuses to your skin. Because every time you hold that frame, stand unshaken, the room shifts. People tune their rhythm to yours. They obey the image, not the invisible facts. This is why average men command genius armies. Why the loud, certain voice fills the air, while the quiet brilliance flickers out in the shadows. The world reflects not what you hold, but what you show. You can be a vault of insight, overflowing with strength. But if your shoulders whisper, "I doubt myself," no one digs for the treasure. They see the sign, "Nothing here," and walk on by. So you claim the room before it grants you any welcome. You speak like your chair's already engraved with your name. You stand like there's nothing left to prove. Because the moment you try to prove it, you hint you're not. Even the tiniest cracks sell you out. A twitch, a shaky laugh, a slouch, a heartbeat too long before you answer. Tiny leaks of power, and the room drinks them in. They feel it instantly. And because we're wired like wolves chasing certainty, they adjust. They drop you a rank. They take your words with caution. They poke your armor, not out of cruelty, but because that's how we're built. Strength, or the shadow of it, always leads. We trust what we feel. We follow what we sense. And confidence, real or performed, is one of the fiercest signals you can send. It creates its own gravity. It pulls people closer. That's why you never wait for applause before you stand like a victor. Never wait for validation before you raise your chin. Never wait for permission to speak. Take it. Every pause, every stutter, every inch of doubt, it's an open door for someone else to grab your moment and wear your crown. This ain't about being the loudest voice in the hall. It's about being unshakable. Even silence, If you wield it right, drips power. Sit in a room. Say little. Hold that eye contact. Sit straight. Breathe certainty. And watch. They'll lean in. They'll wonder. They'll listen. Because silence wrapped in presence is mystery, and mystery is magnetic. But silence with no backbone, that's just invisibility. Learn that line. Guard it. When you walk in, your first mission ain't to justify your spot. It's to own it. Spine straight, steps grounded, eyes clear, breath steady, energy claimed. Long before your mouth opens, you've already spoken. And when you do speak, speak like your words carry iron. Not just belief in your idea, belief in you. Speak like your voice shapes consequence. Speak like they'd be fools to dismiss you. Because here's the raw truth. If you don't believe it, they won't either. If you look unconvinced of your own fire, no one else will light a torch for you. People crave to stand behind someone who knows. They want to hand the crown to the one already acting like it's welded to their skull. So act, not from arrogance, but from understanding. This game, you're done warming the bench. You owe the world no false humility. You owe it your full, unblinking presence. Leave that space empty. Someone else, weaker than you, lazier than you, will step in and claim it while you watch. And maybe you still whisper, what if I'm just pretending? What if they see right through me? Here's the trick. Everyone's pretending. Every giant you admire was once a stuttering novice, hands shaking, mind screaming, I don't belong. The difference? They never let it show. They held the pose. They walked like the crown was real. Long before the world forged it for them, they knew what most never grasp. Your belief shapes reality, not the other way round. Think of confidence like self-hypnosis. At first, it's foreign. You stand taller though your knees quiver. You speak up though your voice strains to crack. You hold that stare though every nerve screams, look away. But repeat it, again, 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 and your body learns. Your voice hardens. Your energy catches up to your stance. This ain't deception. It's metamorphosis. You're not lying to the world. You're training it how to treat you. And more than that, you're training you to see who you're becoming. Every moment you carry yourself like you hold worth, you start to feel it. And once you feel it, they follow. This is the spine of every reputation. Not raw truth, but relentless signal. The world doesn't bend for the most gifted. It bends for the unwavering echo. Keep projecting the same force day after day. Watch the doubters fade. They stop testing you. They repeat you. They build your myth for you until it's no longer myth, but name. You've seen it happen. A man walks in wrapped in quiet certainty. No need for boasts, no need for noise. Yet people part, they yield, they defer. Why? He assumes power and assumption. It's contagious. It spreads like scent, felt before it's seen. Now think of the other man, the one who tiptoes in, unsure of the air he breathes. He smiles too wide, shrinks his shoulders, nods too quick, apologizes for existing. He tries not to disturb the room, and so the room forgets him. Not 'cause he's unworthy, but 'cause he whispered, don't bother. This is the slow rot of self-erasure, and it's a choice. You can bow your head, wait for the nod, shrink till someone names you enough, or you can rise now, as if enough was stitched into your bones from birth. You don't beg for permission to stand tall. You stand tall, and permission shows up late, wondering where you learned the trick. The world mirrors back exactly what you show it. So next time you cross a threshold, stop shrinking. Don't hunt the room for recognition. Be recognized by your own bearing. Move like the ground answers to you. Not to crush others underfoot, but to stop erasing your own feet from the earth. Speak like your breath weighs gold. Step like the space was built for you to fill. Because the moment you refuse to vanish, the world can't help but see you. People respect certainty, not perfection, not meek humility, not even raw skill. certainty. You can be wrong and still lead. You can lack the years, the titles, the medals, and still be trusted. So long as you carry yourself like a man, convinced of who he's becoming. Understand, confidence ain't noise. It ain't shouting or pushing people aside. It's presence. It's the silent spine in your stance. It's the calm weight in your tone. It's the unwavering stillness in your eyes. It's the way you move. Slow, deliberate. Because you're not scrambling for approval. It's holding silence like a drawn blade. It's never needing to plead your worth. Because you've already decided it, and people sense that decision. Fast, they crave someone to orbit. Someone steady enough to carry the flame, and light the dark for them too. And when they taste that force in you, they gather round. Not because you push them there, but because they've been waiting for someone who claims it. So stop waiting. Stop asking if you're ready. Ready is a ghost. No one feels ready. The strongest, they were just wild enough to leap before certainty arrived. They jumped, then learned to land mid-flight. That's your task now. Not to polish the mask, but to choose it. Not to beg the world for signs, but to assume your place. Not to apologize for who you are, but to radiate it with quiet power. Because if you don't, someone else will pin a label to your chest and write your story for you, and their version won't serve you. It'll serve them. That's the price of silence. That's the tax on hesitation. You teach the world who you are, or the world slaps its own story on your back. They say, fake it till you make it. That's wrong. You're not faking. You're becoming. You're practicing power, like an artist tunes his craft. Not pretending, but committing. Doing it, failing it, doing it again, until the posture, the voice, the gravity, they stop feeling like a trick. They become you. And when you reach that point, when the crown no longer feels borrowed, the world stops testing. They accept what you've accepted for years. You belong at the top. It's brutal, but true. Power doesn't kneel for the nicest, the smartest, the busiest. It bows for the one who believes he's unmatched, the one who moves like there's no higher rank, the one who dares to stand tall without apology, not because he scorns others, but because he finally refused to scorn himself. This isn't a contest for who's the gentlest, or the cleverest, or the one who burns out fastest. You're playing a game of perception, and perception bends the steel of reality. Carry yourself like a ghost. You'll vanish. Speak like you doubt your own tongue. You'll be tested, dismissed, forgotten. But stand with calm conviction. Move like each step was forged in certainty. Stare into the world like it's too small to shake you, and watch how people feel it. Watch how they answer it. You don't need to roar to wield force. You don't need to crush to lead. You don't need every piece in place. But you must kill this habit of begging for permission just to exist. Stop waiting for eyes to find your worth. Stop hoping to be chosen. Stop folding yourself small to keep others comfortable in your shadow. If your presence rattles them, let them tremble. That's no longer your burden. Power isn't some medal pinned by fair judges. It's a mirror. It gives you back whatever you beam into it. Feed it fear, it spits rejection. Feed it certainty, it delivers doors wide open. You're not drifting through life. You're declaring yourself with every step. Every room you enter, every word you utter, every silence you hold. It's a statement. This is who I am. This is how you will treat me. So answer me. What have you been broadcasting? Have you moved like a man still hoping to be enough someday, or like a man who already is? Do you drift in, like you owe the room an apology for breathing, or stride through it, like the walls owe you their shape? That answer, more than your talent, your titles, your best-laid plans, that answer tells the world your rank. Walk in like a background prop, and you'll stay there. Speak like your words are optional. They'll tune you out. But if you assume you're essential, If you move like your value is carved in stone, they'll bend around that gravity. They'll believe what you believe. Because confidence, hammered out daily, becomes iron truth. No, you won't control every twist of fate. You won't win every prize. But you will control how you arrive. And that alone splits the invisible from the unforgettable. When your presence speaks first, before your tongue does, the air shifts. That shift is what divides the overlooked from the inevitable, the sheep from the wolf, the ones who wait from the ones who decide. And here's the truth that buries every doubt. You do not become powerful by chance. You become powerful by assuming it, again and again and again, until it's impossible to picture you as anything less. The man who strides forward, convinced he's the best. He ain't waiting on permission. He ain't begging for validation. He ain't sitting around for the perfect moment to knock. He moves like the board's already his, and the world kneels, not because he pleaded, but because he trained it to. So now it's your turn. No more shrinking, no more justifying your right to stand tall, no more hoping for a tap on the shoulder. From this breath on, walk like no one breathes above you, not because you've got something to prove, but because no one will believe it until you do. Power ain't gifted, it's assumed. And the first to assume it rules. So answer me, who are you the second this ends? The man who waits, who stalls, who apologizes.